A comprehensive review of the Roman conquests, 264 BC 117 CE. Introduction. The Roman conquests from 264 BCE to 117 CE represent a period of extraordinary military expansion, political transformation, and cultural integration that laid the foundations for one of history's most influential empires. Beginning with the First Punic War and concluding with the consolidation of the empire under Emperor Trajan, this era encapsulates Rome's transition from a regional power in the Italian peninsula to a vast empire spanning Europe, North Africa, and the Near East. This article offers a comprehensive review of these conquests, examining their causes, key campaigns, military strategies, political outcomes, and long-term implications.
The Punic Wars and the Western Mediterranean, 264 to 146 BCE. The First Punic War, 264 to 241 BCE. The Roman Republic's first major overseas conflict was with Carthage, a powerful maritime state. The First Punic War, fought primarily over control of Sicily, marked Rome's emergence as a naval power. Through innovations such as the Corvus boarding device, Rome adapted to naval warfare, ultimately defeating Carthage and gaining Sicily as its first province. The Second Punic War, 218 to 201 BCE. Hannibal's daring campaign, including his crossing of the Alps, posed the greatest threat to Rome. The Roman strategy shifted under Fabius Maximus to a war of attrition, avoiding direct confrontation. Scipio Africanus' counter-invasion of North Africa culminated in the Battle of Zama, securing Roman dominance and reducing Carthage to a subordinate state. The Third Punic War, 149 to 146 BCE. The final destruction of Carthage was driven more by Roman politics and fear than immediate threat. The siege and eventual razing of Carthage ended a century of rivalry and resulted in the annexation of Africa Proconsularis. Conquest of the Hellenistic East, 200 to 168 BCE. The Macedonian Wars. Rome's interventions in Greek affairs led to 4 Macedonian Wars. The decisive Battle of Pydna in 168 BCE during the Third Macedonian War ended the Antigonid dynasty and marked the beginning of Roman dominance in Greece. War with the Seleucid Empire. The conflict with Antiochus III, who aimed to expand into Greece, led to Roman involvement in Asia Minor. The Battle of Magnesia in 190 BCE was decisive, and the Treaty of Apamea restricted Seleucid power. The annexation of Greece. Following continuous unrest, Rome dissolved the Achaean League and destroyed Corinth in 146 BCE, formally incorporating Greece into the Roman sphere. Expansion into Gaul and Britain, 121 BCE, 84 CE. Julius Caesar's Gallic Wars, 58 to 50 BCE. Caesar's campaigns in Gaul were both militarily and politically significant. Through a combination of strategic brilliance and brutal tactics, he subdued the Gallic tribes, culminating in the decisive Battle of Alesia. These conquests greatly expanded Roman territory and Caesar's personal power. Roman Britain. The invasion of Britain began under Julius Caesar but was not seriously pursued until Claudius' reign in 43 CE. Roman legions gradually pushed northward, though full conquest of the island remained elusive. The construction of Hadrian's Wall under Emperor Hadrian, 122 CE, symbolized the northern limit of Roman control. The Eastern campaigns and the annexation of the Near East, 64 BC, 117 CE. The Mithridatic Wars. Rome's prolonged conflict with Mithridates VI of Pontus illustrated the difficulties of Eastern campaigns. Lucullus and later Pompey the Great led successful military operations, leading to the annexation of Bithynia and Syria. Annexation of Judea and client states. Judea became a client kingdom under Herod the Great and was eventually annexed as a province in 6 CE. Rome frequently dealt with uprisings, most notably the Great Jewish Revolt, 66 to 73 CE, and the Bar Kokhba Revolt, 132 to 136 CE. Trajan's Eastern campaigns, 114 to 117 CE. Emperor Trajan's ambitious Eastern campaigns led to the brief annexation of Armenia, Mesopotamia, and parts of Parthia. These conquests were strategically and symbolically significant, but many were reversed after his death. Military strategy and innovation. Legionary organization. The Roman legion was a highly disciplined and flexible military unit. Innovations such as standardized equipment, training regimens, and the use of auxiliary troops contributed to Roman success. Engineering and logistics. Roman military engineering, including roads, forts, and siege equipment, enabled rapid movement and sustained campaigns. Rome's logistical capabilities often determined the outcome of extended wars. Diplomacy and divide and conquer. Rome often used diplomacy, fostering rivalries among enemy factions. The granting of citizenship and incorporation of conquered elites into the Roman system further stabilized new territories. Political and social implications. Rise of military leaders. Success in conquest empowered generals like Marius, Sulla, Pompey, and Caesar, undermining republican institutions. This militarization of politics ultimately led to the end of the Republic. Economic transformation. Conquest brought immense wealth and slave labor, fueling economic growth and social inequality. Latifundia replaced small farms, and urbanization increased. Cultural integration and Romanization. The Roman Empire integrated diverse peoples through infrastructure, law, language, and citizenship. Roman culture spread, but local traditions often persisted. Legacy of the Roman Conquests. Foundation of the Roman Empire. By 117 CE, Rome had established a contiguous empire from Britain to the Persian Gulf. The conquests laid the foundation for Pax Romana, a period of relative peace and prosperity. Influence on modern Europe. Roman conquests shaped the political, legal, and cultural map of Europe and the Mediterranean. Latin language, Roman law, and urban planning remain influential. Lessons in empire. Rome's conquests illustrate both the potential and perils of imperial expansion. The balance between military success, administrative integration, and political stability remains relevant. Conclusion. The Roman conquests from 264 BCE to 117 CE represent a transformative era that reshaped the ancient world. Rome's ability to adapt militarily, govern diverse peoples, and project power over vast distances enabled it to build one of the most enduring empires in history. Understanding this period offers valuable insights into the dynamics of power, culture, and human ambition that continue to resonate today. Thank you for your watching. Bye-bye.